Hi and welcome to the 1010 podcast, episode 7. Our first guest of the evening is Mr. Craig Greenberg. Craig, how are you, Craig? And could you introduce yourself? Who is Craig Greenberg? What type of music do you do, etc.?
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm actually, I live in New York, but I'm currently in Florida visiting some family. I'm a singer-songwriter, a piano player, guitar player, and been just, rock, pop. It's probably the best description. I've self-released 4 albums. I have a 5th on the way, a new EP that's going to be out before the end of the year. I actually released 1 single from it a couple months ago, and I have 2 more that I'm currently going to in production to make a couple music videos for. So those should be out in the fall. And what else? I'm a native New Yorker. But actually got my start living abroad down in South America and then in Spain. But I've toured quite a bit around the country and internationally, as far wide as Israel and Southeast Asia and Mexico. That's the short story.
Fabulous introduction. We've got a song we'd like to feature called "Oh Caroline." So could you tell us, why did you write that song? What's the story behind it? I'll let everyone experience it if it's not already.
So that song is for my last album called Phantom Life. And the song was actually written, so there was a woman singer, a phenomenal singer that I was working with some years ago in New York. And we were writing together, and then she kind of, I guess she kind of got a little bit, I don't know, discouraged or fried by the business, and she kind of stopped, putting herself out there, so it really upset me at the time, and especially since her talent is, I mean, she's, amazing voice, kind of like an Adele kind of voice, and so it kind of upset me, and so I started writing the song. Kind of, as it started as being, kind of wanting her to get back out there and to kind of, fortify herself. And then, but it kind of, when other people heard it, it kind of became a little more, or just like a general, like, woman empowerment kind of song. And then it's become a one of my most requested. And also we made a video for it, actually right in the heart of COVID, which is kind of indicative in the video because it's shot in Manhattan, around New York City, but it's kind of like, you see the streets are pretty barren, and we kind of wanted that kind of feel. So we shot, actually, it was these 2 different dancers that you'll see. And the video came out really good. I was really happy with it. I'm very definitely one of my the songs that I'm most proud of, and one that just kind of came together in a good way. So
it's an absolutely fantastic track. I listened to it 5 times today. I made a playlist and I've been playing it. I love to memorize all the songs, and enjoy, everybody. "Oh Caroline" from Craig Greenberg. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Caroline, step to the light, 'cause you've been waiting now so long I can't believe it's your moment now, it's your time. Lost on your way, held days. Now the crooked lines have been forming on your face. You can't keep it all inside. And oh, Caroline, you've been shut out from the world so long. You can't deny, you can hide it, but you know it's wrong. So stand up and fight. Gotta show them all yourself again. Oh, 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 love knocked you down. Your heart hit the ground. Then your light went dim, and we'll just seem to fade. You gotta turn it on once more. In the dark too long. Lay down your pride. You can turn the pain into song. Put it all on the line, 'cause you owe it to yourself again. We all fall down, my friend. We lose our way, but we don't let sadness win. We turn the page. Shut out from the world too long. You can't deny, you can hide it, but you know it's wrong. So stand up and fight. Gotta leave this all behind. No more hiding from the light, 'cause it'll eat you up inside.
Absolutely fantastic, Craig. And what we do here, maybe I should have explained to everyone at the start. If anyone wants to compliment the other artists in between the songs, just unmute yourselves. I won't put you under pressure to do it, but if you want to say anything, just unmute yourself. So yeah, I would like to say marvelous work there. And what's next for you, Craig? What's next for you?
Well, like I said, so I have these 2 remaining songs from this new EP that I'm in talks to start work on music videos for. And so hopefully to get those out in the fall. and then put out the full EP. I have some other, shows, area shows, and then after the new EP comes out, then start thinking about going back in to start working on. I still have a lot of unrecorded material. The pandemic was a pretty productive time writing wise for me, so I still have a bunch of stuff. So I'm kind of ready to move on to the next project. I don't know if it'll be another EP. It might wind up being another EP because it seems to be a good way to work for me these days, rather than do the full length.
Yeah, absolutely. Your music's fantastic. I'm a huge fan, dude. We've got three people who want to speak to you here. We've got Luna, then Tim, then Kirsty. Luna Collins in Manchester. What's your thoughts, darling?
Well, I thought such a good song, really strong. I'm such a fan of good songwriting, so naturally I gravitate towards that, and really nicely orchestrated. The piano is fantastic. I'm a piano person too, so cool. I really love that. I'm kind of interested in the idea behind the video, because having two dancers was a cool idea, because they both express something a little bit different. Did you tell them what you wanted, or did they just take off on their own?
So actually, the producer, director of the video, I mean, it was actually his idea. I initially, wanted something a little more kind of true to the lyric, to the story of the song, but he went a little more abstract, and just thought it would just be better to express it with these two dancers. So he just told them, he shot that. This was again during the heart of COVID, so I wasn't even there when he did when he worked with them. I just did my part on the roof of my building, but he shot them on the street, and then he told them to send like home video themselves, like getting ready to go out and just to see a bit of their home life. So he really had the vision for that, but yeah, they did both bring something very unique, and I think it really, he really had a good vision. I think it really worked pretty well. So I was pretty happy with how that came out.
Yeah, well, I thought it was really effective to have these two expressions going on. One seemed to be perhaps one part of Caroline's story, and the other part. So that was really cool. So I look forward to hearing more from you.
Oh, thank you very much. Likewise.
Great comment, great answer. Tim, and then Kirsty, and we're on to the next section. Tim Consley, Indiana.
Yeah, I thought it was just a great song, very easy listening. It had a good groove. You could just settle in and listen to, and I tell you what, I just enjoyed it. The story behind it, I think you did good at telling the stories through song. I just really, really enjoyed it. Good job.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well said. Well said. Kirsty, mother, half KLG, and then we're on to our next guest, Chris and So.
Hi, KLG. Craig. Good to see you.
Hi.
Yeah, like Sparky just said, we listened to that track quite a few times during the day, and the more I heard it, the more I enjoyed it. And I love the lyrics. It's sort of music that I'd put on my car playlist, when you're driving along nicely, like Tim said. Yeah, great music, fantastic. And yeah, I encourage everyone to listen to more, because I have, and it's all very, very high standard songwriting for sure.
I definitely had that in motion kind of that's because the piano kind of has that just looping kind of rolling sound, and I definitely had a vision of being on the road for that too, especially the instrumental part of that song. So,
you nailed it, Craig. 100%. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Well
Thank you very much.
Well said. Thanks for being a wonderful guest, Craig. It's short and sweet, this show. The first section is always the longest and the last, so there'll be another hour. I hope you can hang around and enjoy the rest of the show. So, Craig Greenberg, thank you, brother. Thank you. Cheers. On to the next section. Thank you. On to the next section, Chris and So.
Yeah.
Would you like to comment to Craig first?
Just have a little comment to say.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so hi, we loved your music, and we love the growth we can feel with through the whole clip. And are you alone on this music, or do you have a team behind it?
Oh, no, so that was recorded in a studio in Brooklyn, and my I have a few different musicians that I play with under my own name as the Craig Greenberg Band. So my drummer, who's been with me for about 7 years, his name's Hiroyuki Matsura. He's from Japan. And then the bass player is a guy named Don Kennedy. And then my producer is a guy named Chris Cubetta. He actually did some of the I'm trying to think. Oh no, I did all the guitar, the acoustic guitar and the slide guitar, and but that, he did all there was like that, the effect, obviously the production tricks was his doing, and trying to think, that was and all the harmonies, that was me on there. So yeah, usually on my recordings I do a good, because I'm though I mainly write on piano, I'm a guitar player first, and but sometimes other tracks I have other people that have played, had some guitar or some harmonies as well. So, but that one, so it was me and my band and the producer.
Okay.
Bravo pour l'authenticité.
Again, congrats for everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I look forward to hearing you
Thank
guys.
you, Craig. Thanks for being a wonderful guest there, Craig. On to part 2, which is Chris and So. Chris and So, hi
Yes.
there.
Hi.
How are you? I know you speak French and you have a translator. Could you tell us, who is Chris and So? What type of music do you do? Where do you live, etc.?
Okay.
Yeah.
Qu'est-ce que Chris and So? Tu peux dire quelque
Ouais,
chose.
tu sais.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Si vous avez quelques mots pour résumer le groupe.
Alors, un groupe, on est un duo. Christian et So, c'est un couple d'abord.
Couple dans la vie.
Couple dans la vie, mais tu peux y aller. Couple dans la vie. Et
Okay,
puis,
so this is Chris and So.
un couple dans la vie.
They are a
Et duo.
duo. They live together. They are
Depuis
married.
2 ans.
Yes, they are together since 2 years. They started the group 2 years
Nice.
ago.
C'est 30 ans de vie commune. en tout
Ouais.
cas.
They live together since for 30 years now.
Nice. You are amazing. What about the song He Wanted to Be Black? What's the song, the story behind that one? He Wanted to Be Black, the song.
You said that.
Story, yeah.
Derrière, en fait,
Alors,
Bah,
il faut savoir que monsieur est compositeur, moi je suis interprète et actrice. Enfin, le truc c'est que on a
auteur.
écrit He Wanted to Be Black parce que c'est une histoire personnelle. C'est l'histoire de Christian.
Mon
Quand
histoire,
il était
voilà.
petit, il voulait être noir. Donc on écrit toujours tout en authenticité.
en fait,
Ok.
notre musique et les chansons, c'est les émotions, quoi.
Voilà.
Okay, so Chris is the musician, and through this story, they are telling his story because he listened to music when he was a child, and he really liked it, and so he wanted to be black because he listened to black groups and everything. So it's a personal story behind the music.
Nice one. Well, let's play the song so everyone knows what Chris and So music is like. So let's play it. Chris and Co, He Wanted to Be Black. Chris and So. 1, 2, 3.
Everything was a little when he was a child. He wanted to be black. Yes, but he dreamed of being black. You dream of being black.
A quick step and warning him to always go into hiding. And there he was listening to every song, watching every single shadow. He got to be able to live before to waste. Some strong and painful words. German song we endlessly within the music of mine.
He wanted to be black.
He dreamed of being
To be black.
chance at all. This is a natural complicity, leave them together. Help me, mommy, how whistles this town hall. Help me, mommy, how whistles this town hall.
Yeah, yeah. He's like saying like my in Spanish, chicle.
Absolutely amazing.
Thanks a lot.
Loved it. If anyone would like to get their compliments in, just unmute this. I'd like to welcome Jimmy and Roostar as well. Roostar. Hi there. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Anyone would like to compliment on? There's Luna there. Hi Luna. Would you like to compliment Luna? Then Kelly Bars. Luna, what's your thoughts? And Tim.
Well, I thought it was amazing. What an atmosphere, such a beautiful atmosphere. And I like the way it built from something kind of almost like a hot, lazy day into something bigger. My question to you is, Chris, who were your influences that made it so that you really wanted to do music? Because there's so much music running through you. I'd love to know who influenced you.
Donc, elle me demande qui a été tes influences, la musique.
Mais ça a été, mais c'est tout le blues.
Police, enfin le blues, jazz.
Funk.
Alors Police, il y a quoi? Il y a
Led Zeppelin, Beatles, les Stones,
Yeah.
classique aussi.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Yes, very.
Wonderful. And so your voice is amazing, and so is yours, Chris. And together you're so tuned into each other. Beautiful.
Merci.
Well said, Luna. That's lovely. That's lovely. Kelly Bars, Scott in Ohio, then Tim Consley, Indiana. Scott, what's your thoughts?
I love the way he had played all the instruments and all that stuff. It was very great with the cultural influence. Well done.
Well said, well said. A little compliment from Tim Consley, then our next guest is Luna Collins herself. So Tim, what's your thoughts there, brother?
I loved the opening with the slide guitar. I can hear your blues in that you're very into blues. I am too. And then once the groove kicked in, to me, man, that was just icing on top of the cake. It was great.
Merci beaucoup.
Thanks.
C'est super. Tu peux leur expliquer qu'on n'est pas là depuis longtemps.
Yes, so they are very welcome. They are very welcome to you because they didn't start it very long ago. They actually started in COVID, and so they really appreciate all your comments. Thank you very much.
Parce qu'on travaille à côté.
Yes, because they have a work beside it, so it's just really for fun. It's just really the passion inside the music.
It's our pleasure. We hope you can come back again, another show. So yeah, in a few weeks' time. Thank you, Kristen. So that's wonderful. On to the next section, Miss Luna Collins. Luna, how are you, my dear? You're muted there, my wee darling. Luna's been in the family for a while now, and she's. I'm going to steal her thunder. She records all her music in the same place as the Beatles done it in Abbey Road, don't you, Helena? Amongst other things, I know she does lots of things, but that's what I tell everyone about you, Luna. So, who is Luna Collins? What type of music do you do, etc.? Please.
Yeah, well, first of all, I just want to say I don't record my music at Abbey Road. I get it mastered there. And it's the same guy who masters Brian Ferry's music. So it's actually really cool to be there for that. but I record it here in Manchester, actually. I'm rubbish at recording myself, so I do go to a studio to get it done. And so it's actually been a great journey. Like you, Craig, I found myself really productive during COVID times, and I wrote a lot of songs, so many songs. And so now I'm trying to, get some of them arranged and put out. I'm currently working on trying to put out an album. I mean, even though I put out an EP, which was really fun, and that turned out to be a great project, I am going to put it into the form of an album and actually put it on vinyl, because I love vinyl, and it's such a great sort of ritual to open a vinyl record. You get the smell of it, you get the cover, you get the lyrics, you get, all of that stuff. I love that. So I'm going to do that, if not for any reason, but just for myself. And
actually, the sounds better, I believe, and I know that LP. I think the sounds better. I honestly do.
It does. Yeah, I agree. It sounds better. It's warmer. It's it's got more highs and lows and all that. But the kind of music that I do really varies, because when you write your own material, sometimes it's very hard to classify. I think I fall under the pop rock singer-songwriter kind of a genre. But, even within that, there's a lot of ways you can go. So all the songs, are something. The song that you're going to play for me is Blood Upon the Stones. And that one is, it's kind of personal, but it's also universal, because it's all about, no matter what happens in life, no matter what amount of time you spend with people that you love never dies. It never goes away. And it may change form, just like all energy can, but it is something that never goes away. And it could be inspiring, and it can also break your heart, but you take from that the best of what you can. So
absolutely. Well, let everyone get acquainted with this song, Blood Upon the Stones. Blood Upon the Stones by Luna Collins. Enjoy, everybody. This is an amazing track. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Wandering boy, playful heart, minstrel soul sings amongst the ruins. Left behind, she's put away. Girl's heart aches, wondering what he is doing. He promised her a ring, but not around her finger. Bands are wrapped around her heart. Her heart. Rambling light is a nomad's life. Takes him across vast seas and raging rivers. Time stands still, she hears his voice, transports her through space and endless mirrors. He cries this blood upon the stones, you see, reflect eternal destiny. I had to go for you and me, to sing our perfect harmony. Sweet your voice of a sad-eyed boy brings good cheer to her longing ear. She feels the loss but holds no fear, 'cause love that's true will never disappear. Places they once walked together. She hears his voice, joins his song, and now they sing together forever. They cried this blood upon the stone, you see, reflect eternal destiny. I had to go for you and me to sing our perfect
Absolutely wonderful. I'm sure you'll all agree. Anyone would like to get their compliments in here? I see Acacia's getting in there. Julian, what's your thoughts? I thought that you would take a like to Luna's music.
No,
Julian,
I love the guitar. The guitar sounds were fantastic, you know, and I love the vocals and the arrangement and the thought behind it, you know, particularly where it breaks and goes with the line harmony. I thought that was a great touch, you know, really liked it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well said. So Chris and Sol, would you like to say something?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. It really sounds like a 70s music. It's a real trip with all the sounds, the colors, and everything. Did you want to create this atmosphere?
Yeah, I did. And it's because even though my music was really the music of the 60s, but I moved to London in the 70s, and it affected me so deeply, and I absorbed all of that. It was such a beautiful, colorful, wonderful time to be, you know, a person absorbing music. And so, yeah, there was very conscious about that. Thank you. Thank you.
Great question, great answer. We've got Acacia there, and then our next guest, Tommy Kruger. Acacia, what's your thoughts over in Australia?
Hi, Luna. I'm a big fan. I'm already a really big fan. I really love the harmonies in the track when it broke down and you did like this angelic. I really love the track. That's all I have to say. Really loved it.
Oh, thank you so much, Acacia. I'm a fan of yours as well. So
thank you.
Acacia's on the show tomorrow with a new track. It's absolutely awesome. Wait till you all hear this. So Kirsty and then Tommy. Kirsty, ladies first, Tommy. Sorry, and then you're up next.
Hey, Luna. How's it going? Luna, all your songs, I've always been a fan from the first time I heard your music, because your music takes you on a journey, and you can always, it's very evident what it's about, what you're singing about, and what you're trying to relay, and very relatable. So I recommend everybody to check out Luna's other tracks, because they're all on par as that one. They're all beautifully written. So yeah. Go and check out Luna.
Thank you, Kirsty. I am a storyteller. That's sort of what I do. Most of my songs tell a story, so it's just what I do. It's how I think. It's how I write. So you are going to go on a journey, whether you want to or not.
Yeah, beautifully done every time.
We love you to bits. Tommy Kruger, what's your compliments? And then it's you next, dude. Tommy in Texas.
Well, I thought I was up as an artist, but I do have a compliment. I mean, I'll have to cut it short by saying top-notch songwriting.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, music, lyrics, I mean, wonderful. That's it.
Thank you so much. That means the most to me, because songwriting to me is everything. So
yeah, well, thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Luna. Thanks for being a wonderful guest, Luna. And you are up next, Tommy. Your section is now. So thanks, Luna. Hope we can stay around to the end of the show. Tommy Kruger in Texas, aka the Texas Swamp. How are you, dude? Yeah. Could you tell everyone, who is Tommy Kruger? What type of music do you do, etc.?
Well, I'm Tommy Kruger, and I'm in Central Texas, and I tried to unmute earlier with that group from France, and I was unable to hit the right button, because they're really parallel with what I'm up to. And even the title of the song about wanting to be black, I wrote something almost just like that. Well, I mean, almost, not quite that good, but yeah, same vein. And that's what my video is pretty much is. It's a swamp, and I can elaborate more later on if anybody wants to know. And so get ready to hear some slow dripping Texas swamp.
The song is called "I'm Gonna Make It Happen." Do you have a quick? Why did you write that story? That song, "I'm Gonna Make It Happen."
It's not happen. I'm gonna make it is the name of it.
I'm gonna make it. Right. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it. What's the story behind
why
that one?
I wrote it, I can't say, except it kind of came to me out of the universe. Didn't plan it. It just came out, and it turned out lyrically to be spiritual, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't write it; somebody else did, but it came through me. You know what I mean?
Without further ado, let everyone get acquainted with you if they're not already. Tommy was on the show a couple of weeks ago, but we had a mix-up, and we ended up we only played the audio, so Tommy's straight back on with the same song, and it's absolutely fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, "I'm Gonna Make It" by Tommy Kruger, Texas Swamp.
Yeah. Swamping now. I'm gonna make it. Yeah. I'm gonna make it. Yeah. I'm gonna make it to the other side. Yeah. I'm gonna make it to the other side. Mercy now. Well, I've been swimming in mud and water. Well, I've been swimming in mud and water. Well, I've been swimming in mud and water. Yeah, I'm gonna make it to the other side. Make it to the other side. Preach. Yeah. I'm gonna play my swampy music. Yeah. I'm gonna play my Texas swampy music. Yeah. I'm gonna make it to the other side. I'm gonna play it on the other side. Play it swampy. Preacher. Reach for the top of the sky. Turn Here. Heaven's in the palm of your hand. Heaven's in the palm of your hand. Please.
That's swampy music. Fantastic, fantastic. I have to be very secure-minded when we're in this room. There's someone trying to come in the room called Owner. If anyone knows who they are, let me know and I'll let them in. I don't like the name. I don't like the look of the name, so they're going to sit there. But that was fantastic, Tommy. You're muted there. Let's see who wants to get a compliment in. We'll start with Brad, James Swallow, Brad, and then Tim Consley, and then Luna.
Well, I loved it. I'm from the swamp myself down in South Louisiana.
Right.
So I get what you're doing, brother. I like the feel. I like the guitar work. Good job, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Well said, Brad. Well said. So Tim and then Luna.
Yeah. Wow, what an atmosphere that is. I mean, you can feel it. It's just down deep. And what I found really interesting is my song that we just played, the guy that's actually for, the one that I had in mind when I wrote it, was totally into swamp music. He was a musician, a very famous musician actually. And that was his passion, was like to get down and low and dirty with swamp music. So I totally appreciate that, and that the fact that he turned me on to that. So really nicely done.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. We've got Chris and So, Grace as well as want to say something.
Yeah, I would say that was down, that was dirty. I felt like I was walking down Bill Street. I thought I'd just rocked up in Mississippi and had a tattoo. It was just, it really, really had me like bopping, along with all of the music I've heard tonight. I've just been bopping and bopping. Great stuff. Really, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well said. Well
Thank
said.
you. All right.
Chris and So, Tim Consley, then our next guest, Jimmy Swag. Jimmy Swag, you're up next.
Yes.
So Chris and So.
Okay. So first off, we wanted to say that your voice is absolutely amazing. We can feel all your strength through your voice, and it's very impressive. So first off, congrats with that. And like you said before, we feel the same vibe. Both the musics between Chris and So and music are very alike. And we just wanted you to tell us a bit more about your identity, if you don't mind.
Identity? Okay. Music wise, you mean?
Music wise,
Right, yes.
Okay.
your journey through music, maybe?
My journey is quite lengthy, but I can nip it a little bit by saying I used to be more in the country music arena, and something kind of happened internally, and I went back to many years of the blues, and that's when I had that idea of writing. Sometimes I wish I was black, because it was hitting me hard, that idea, and I immediately got out of country and started writing blues. R&B-ish. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at today. And I'm performing as a solo artist, looking for a drummer, aren't we all? Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And
we'll help you. We'll help you find a drummer, Tommy. I didn't know that. We'll help you find a drummer.
Okay.
Tim Consley, and then our next guest, Jimmy Swag. Tim, what's your thoughts there, brother?
Swamp.
Hey, Tim, what's up, bud?
How's it going? I tell you what, I've watched that video several times ever since you were on here the last time, and you said, "Oh, you got to see the video. You got to listen to what I did in the video." I watched it that night, and I've watched it several times since. You are the genuine article, the real McCoy. I'm telling you what, I love blues. I do a version of blues, not like yours, but you, like I said, you're the real deal. I love it.
Well said.
Thanks, Tim. You know, it's a combination of the Delta blues and some Louisiana from the gentleman earlier from Louisiana. Hey, and then some a Texas country attitude kind of thrown into the bucket. So yeah, it's for real. That's a compliment by saying I'm real, because I ain't faking nothing, you know. Oh, when you hear it on the harmonica in there, that's not a real harmonica. That's me imitating with my throat. Hello.
Wow.
I'm just ham boning right now. Anyway, thank you, Dad.
Well said.
Thank you.
Mr. Jimmy Swag, would you like to say something before you're up next? What's your thoughts there, brother?
What's good, man? Thanks for having me on as always. Hi to everybody else.
Anything you'd like to say to Tommy before we start your section? What's your thoughts on Mr. Kruger?
I'm also from Central Texas. I don't think you mentioned from what part, but I'm from Waco, so I recognize that spot, the Tokyo.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, Tokyo Store is the name of the venue where we shot it, and then the bridge is near Tokyo Store, and it used to be a railroad track. That's why it was so narrow.
Where are you from?
Near
or where are you at?
I'm near Hillsboro, right outside of Waco.
Yeah.
And the guy that shot the video is based out of Waco. So his name is Troy Shaw.
It's a small world. It's a small world. It really is.
Yes, it is.
So Tommy, thanks for being a great guest, man.
Well, thank you.
The next couple of shows again with one of your other songs. VIP member. Love you to bits, brother. One love, Tommy. Cheers. Next guest of the evening, Mr. Jimmy Swag from California. How are you, brother? Can you tell everyone who is Jimmy Swag?
Yeah, man. I'm an international rocker, bilingual rocker based out of Los Angeles, California. This year, put out my first album. Been growing a lot and immensely. And yeah, man, we're working to get on the road very soon and just putting out music that I believe in.
Yeah, fantastic. We've got a song here called Dark Night. What's the story behind that song, Dark Night, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's a Spanish song with the English title. But it's like coming into Wonderland, you know, like a sort of Alice in Wonderland sort of. That's what I wanted to create with the visual. It's the theme of it is feeling a little bit lost with all the colors, with everything of life. Yet the hook is a very hopeful hook because I believe in. I do believe in hope. I do believe in having great faith and putting that into my music. So it's a very fun way of putting some. A subject that's more on the dark side, but putting it in a light, because the hook does talk about that of having faith, and you'll see that everything will be all right.
Yeah, amen to that, brother. Without further ado, if you don't know about Jimmy Swag, you're going to love him. Jimmy Swag, Dark Night. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Men, women, infants, and children, welcome on this dark night. Let me remind you that not all that glitters is gold, and sometimes fortune is just misfortune untold. What will be, will be. What's in the past is closed. If you want to survive, stay on your toes. Now sit back and relax as I tell you a tale about Jimmy Swag's woes.
cielo está el sol, tiene un pie en el panteón. Sufrimiento es el sabor de su dolor. No quisiera ser así, pide ayuda para seguir. Invisible corre lejos de aquí. No llores más, todo pasará. Me verás, tiene sueños de vivir una vida sin rendir. Ya no piensa en el engaño del ayer. Ya no quiere adicción, sabe bien la solución. Ojos nuevos se decide no correr. Noche oscura, parado de llover. No llores más, todo pasará. Me verás, esperanza llegará. No llores más, todo pasará. Me verás, esperanza llegará. Y será lo que pasó, está en el pasado, cerrado y no vuelve. No vuelve. No llores más, todo pasará. Me verás, esperanza llegará. No llores más, todo pasará. Me verás, esperanza llegará.
Isn't that what you call a cool dude? Jimmy, you're a cool dude. I'm actually going to show you that. I've been growing a Jimmy Swag hairdo.
Hey, I love it. Yeah, man.
No, nobody's allowed to see it yet. It's not ready. It's not long enough. If anybody would like to speak to this cool cat, unmute your microphone. But Jimmy, what's next for you, Jimmy?
Yeah, man, we're actually in the studio right now recording some new songs. I'm going to release another music video this Friday that I'm very excited about. These videos this year have been progressively building to what I've always wanted to do, which is more of a story with what I'm doing with my art. So this video coming out on Friday really tells more of a story than just a performance piece. And then, like I said, this summer we're working on new songs and new material for the fall. I also have a live performance that we shot back in the studio of the album releasing soon this summer as well. And then I'm in talks right now with management, looking for new management so we can hit the road here in the United States and hopefully worldwide too.
Dude, you've got all the minerals, man. You're going to make it big time. Honestly, I can't wait to see what's next. Rue Starr, another one of our guests this evening. Hi there, Rue. You've unmuted yourself. What's your thoughts on Jimmy there, darling?
Oh, I thought it was totally fun and cool, and I love the whole ambiance and feel of the whole thing. And the beginning, I really like too, like where it's setting it up and making us like pulled right in, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that red mask, because other videos he's getting white masks, the yellow masks is very, very intriguing guy. So yeah, Jimmy. Kirsty, then Luna.
Hey,
Kirsty.
Jimmy.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Good to have you back again.
Yeah, good to be back on.
Also, your music's always so uplifting and fun, and like makes me want to dance. So yeah, you're very unique, Jimmy, and I've been following you for a while, so I'm so happy you've joined the family long term. So brilliant.
Yeah, like I said, like I feel like, especially right now, in my perspective, I'm a rocker, and so I feel like I was missing that fun part of music right now in the landscape of, and so with what I wanted to do, even though a lot of the topics that I do write about are serious and maybe a darker tone, with how I present myself and how I perform, I wanted to bring a fun environment to it. Like not everything has to be so serious all the time,
Yeah, no, it definitely shows. You do stand out from other artists, 100%. Just everything about you's like different and it's upbeat, special.
Very unique. There's another 5. You're gonna get another 5 compliments. You're the busiest one, Jimmy, so far. So Tommy, Luna, Chris, and so I'll work my way around this way if that's okay. Tommy.
Oh yeah. You say you're from California, is that right?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles. Yeah.
I can tell you brought it over here to Texas. And by the way, welcome to Texas. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely LA. Strong song, strong visual for sure. And I'm glad to hear you got the other videos coming out, which would be different than this one. Yeah. By the way, do you wear the costumes on stage like that?
I do.
Wow, what a show.
Excellent. Yeah, very much so. Like I said, I'm a big fan of everything from people like Elton John to Freddie Mercury to Motley Crue. Even more recent, Slipknot. Like that sort of theatrical thing has always attracted me. And so I feel like that's what you go to a show to be entertained, to be taken into another world. And so I love doing that every time I perform.
I can see you on stage with a excellent lighting system, just blowing it up. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Luna, Chris, and so Jillian, and then Brad. Luna.
Yeah, I have to agree with what Tommy just said, because that was, as a visual to go along with that really exciting, energetic music, that was just amazing. I'd have to say the song is super catchy, and then you're taken in by the visuals, and you can't really get too much better than that, really. Super incredible song. And I love the idea of a song that's got some kind of a deep meaning. And, I speak enough Spanish, no llores más, no more tears.
Right.
That hits me, because it's kind of like, there's always hope. And just like, as you said before, hope is really the overarching theme of that. So however dark the night is, there is something that you can glom onto. But I love that the visuals are just so full of energy and light and flash. Personally, Elton John and Freddie Mercury and Queen were all friends of mine. I knew them personally. And all I can say is that they'd look at that and they'd go, "You go, guy."
Thank you. That means a lot. And it means a lot that you connected to that lyric, and because that's it. It doesn't matter how dark it is. Otherwise, like, what's the guiding light in this life? So I feel like I want to be that in music, that even if I talk about a heavy or something dark of a topic, like to also give hope and give light. So
exactly. Yeah, I love it. I'm really looking forward to what's next.
Thank you.
Oh, it's fantastic. Chris and so in France.
Yes. We wanted to say that, wow, the amount of energy coming out is really impressive. We love the colors and good job on the video. It really gives us fun vibes, and we really liked the influences we can find and everything. So good job.
Yes, very good job.
Thank you.
Well said. Julian, then Brad, then our next guest, Grace. Julian.
I just love the flamboyance of it, and as an 80s boy, it kind of put me in mind of Adam and the Ants and the amazing costumes that Adam Ant used to come up with. And I know that the French word flamboyant means like flaming, doesn't it? And that's what it was. It was on fire.
Well said, Julian. Ditto that. On
Thank
fire.
you.
You're fired, Jimmy. Brad, James, Swallow, then Grace, our next guest. Brad?
Loved it, man. I'm in my studio right now. It took all I could to hold myself back from grabbing my guitar and playing a solo over it. Great job, man. Enjoy.
Hell yeah. Thank you, brother. And that's what it's about. To music is a universal language, and it's about energy and feel. And so that means a lot. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Keep it up.
Well said, well said. Grace, do you want to get a wee word in before your section? I saw you were unmuted and then you're muted again. There you go.
Yeah, so I got to say, yeah, I was bopping along to that. It was really original, and I don't know why I'd like. I think I agree with like Queen, bit of Bowie in there. It was
definitely.
It was yeah, definitely original. I can see it. Just people are going to be grabbing onto that. Yeah, pleasure to listen to it. Truly was.
Well said, Grace. And thanks for being a wonderful guest, Jimmy. Until the next time, you're going to be a regular on these shows. Absolutely, man. Love you, Jimmy Slag.
Yeah,
I'm going to stop this part of the recording. It's halfway through the show now. So I'm going to stop this and start again. So one love.